Suck your mother and die.
Suck your mom, yeah, I said it, suck your mom.
Suck your mother and die.
Dad, I just have one question for you. Why are you gay?
I am not gay. I am a straight man.
Are you Mr. or?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Why is it that...
Where there's tribal sound, and in the air where the tribal sound, terminal, tribal sound, big man Spidey, the tribal, where there's tribal, cheese! You see me, I ain't watching you, watching her! Where there's Africa, got to take them to Africa! Where there's Africa, got to take them on a trip, on a journey. Whoa, where there's Africa, got to take them to Africa. Don't mix it. Hey, Spidey, don't mix it. Hold on. I'm like, and again. Hold on. Hey, stepper, that's that one way. That's it way. Can you hear that roar? Stand clear of the door. Luggage overhead, everybody on board. Take off time on Terminal 4. And can you hear that roar? Stand clear of the door. Luggage overhead, everybody on board. Take off time on Terminal 4.
I am a money maker, hand to the edge, I'm a money maker. For one time, you're a money maker. If you're on this train, money maker. Hand to the air, money maker. For one time, money maker. On this thing, money maker. You see us terminal. You see me. I ain't watching you, I ain't watching him. I got to dance and bubble and sing. Terminal 4 with a terminal 3. Terminal 4 with a power nose. When you come to my house, just respect my house. Don't turn my house, somebody out of the house. When you come to my house, just respect my house. Come on, blood clot over them. What's wrong with them? Hold on. I'm like, no. I'm like, yeah. Hey, sleeper, hold on. Hey, wiggy, hold on. I'm like, no. I'm like, yeah. Can I please have an attention? I said, this is the captain's weekend, and I'm in the Terminal 4. Can I please have an attention? Early.
Weed him along, jump on the track like I'm nobody's son. Make a MC call out my name for the promo. I ain't got to talk off already, one say nothing. I will just rise up something. Man, I run a Gaza, but we'll get gully. Pop it off, you will get peppered and curried. When man say beef, I'm ready to cook something. That's right, pass me my knife and fork. Eat MCs like I ain't been fed. Copper and lead from the Eagle and Hawk. I don't know what man thought, but it's cool, cause if man never knew that it's crunch time now. 4 or 5, you made up like lunchtime now. Here's the essence, if man want to test it, I'll slap one ton of man upside down. So much corn in your head like ow. Tear off piece of your face like wow. Where I'm from, we don't chat to police. Them man are probably chatting to the feds right now. Carbine for an informer. Come to your ends and corner pick corner. I'm about 6'1", but you see my machine makes me look a little piece taller. Weed him along. Jump on the track like I'm nobody's son.
One from your jaw.
Jungle sheep.
Move your one from your jaw.
Bigfoot.
Move your one from your jaw.
She a bad.
Move your one from your jaw.
Miss Grippy.
Move your one from your jaw.
Tight to all.
Move your one from your jaw.
Pony wool.
Move your one from your jaw.
Pony yang.
Move your one from your jaw.
Nani wool.
Move your one from your jaw.
Ming yang.
Move your one from your jaw.
Wine again.
Wind up your body from me yo. Try pussy y'all cocky call yo. Baby,
It's how we want you know.
wind up your time pussy.
G black I want them one. I G black in a dance. I G black in a Yo, ya go. Let the on them play. It do this every day. Well, at least Monday to Friday. Sometimes a Saturday. And we gonna let it play. Oh man. Jeez, we go. Then they got them stay up. Then at the Benz like spread. One bag of weed, a bumper clock crop. One bag of girl like shopper. Jump! And tie them away. And they got them over there. They put the chronic in the earth. And everybody go. Yo. Yeah, man, so walk on, yaga. They in the Benz like Spragger. One bag of weed, a bumper clock grabber. One bag of girl like Shabba. Lord, one bag of girl like get dagger. Lord, the girl them with the hammer. Lord, make the girl bar for the mama. Lord, make a ross girl bar, Lord, Jaja. Yo, so walk on, man. What you saying? What you telling me? Yeah, man. Woo. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. We got the people them in the place, man. We did the shout outs real quick, man. Run a couple videos and then we gonna get, you know, into some chatty patty business. Yeah. Nico, am I ball already? Man. AI, is it air robot? AI robot free. Mad. Hold tight. I said Z3. I want them feel like. Hold tight, rubber dub. OG. Mad. All the names are rhyming like 1, 2, 3. And ABC. Mad. Hold tight. Uncle Barber Studios. I want them feel like. Hold tight, Licky. Don't smoke the ciggy. When we ride out, see if I can make it, man. You all stay up. Hold tight, Carney. Oh, go on, Con. We said, Bob's UK up in this bitch. Come on. Mad. Man, like altar, you know. In our art. I am in real Australian, she want in our art. Mad. Yeah. Haven't you seen the news just dropped? Mad. Yeah, man. So apparently, that Axel Rudy Cabana guy, they've apparently found an Al Qaeda training manual and traces of ricin, either at his property or in a close proximity. Mad. Crazy. Yeah, man. Yo. How do you get from there to there? Huh? How you get from there to there? Imagine, I swear this dude one time was in a junior Doctor Who program on TV and shit. Yeah, cuz, what makes you go from down them routes to down this route of some darknesses? Mad. Yo, I don't think that brother's ever coming out of jail, cuz. Ask me. He's got 3 M's, 10 attempted. Just them charges alone is a long ass of bird. Now the extra Al Qaeda manual and the ricin. Woof. Things that look sticky pan your dog. Yeah, bruv. Hey, peak for that you still. Boom. Yeah, it's mad still. What takes you down these routes though to want to get into car? Yo, like I'm saying, I don't know, right? Even if my life was extra hard, I don't know how you would convince me to carry out any sort of acts like that. Now you couldn't convince me to do them sort of things there, you hear me? These times you always think it's like, because more times it seems like it's a stereotypical model, right? The people are coming from some broken homes, or they're coming from so and so, or they're not getting this, or they don't do that, so their parents go out and try to work for them. But lately, in a lot of these cases, it's been like the man's got his mum and dad there. You hear me? The parents are working or in decent jobs. They were upstanding members in the community and blah blah blah, ra-ta-ta, and then the youths just turning out to still be crazy, cuz like, so boy, I don't know what it is that we gotta do, cuz man. Ask me, you know what, I say to my own youths every day, like, raw differently, yeah. Yo, man's got some good habits and bad habits, innit? Like, try to take after the good habits and dash away the bad ones, innit? Yeah. Like that. Yeah. Keep up the good ones and dash with the bad ones. You hear me, cuz? But boy, it's a mad thing still. Yeah, it's a mad thing, cuz. Super extra breezy. So, while the news gets updated on that, yeah. Hey, the right wingers are gonna be going mad, a lie. They're gonna be going mad. Yeah. We told you he was a Muslim. Oh my days. Yo, hey, where's Ghost? Ghost is out. Oh my love. Yeah. He said, making up clay pots with Demi Moore and all them thing there, and Patrick Swayze. Yo. He's like, I'm gone. You hear me? Lord. Oh my days. Yo. It's gonna be peak for some boy on the roadside, man. Mad. Oh man. Yeah, bro. Trust me. Alright, let me say this though, yeah? This might, people might get a little bit upset about this one still, yeah? But let me say this. Nah, bro, who's this? Nah. You ain't welcome around here still. Yeah. Yo, so let me say this though, yeah? Let me say this. Obviously, we're trying to improve the platform, innit? Yeah, so we don't want people to jump on and start being stupid. Like, raw. If you're on the panel trying to get your word across and people are being silly interrupting you, try to direct to the moderator, innit? Like me or Science or whoever's got the role of the moderator at that time. Whoever's on the panel at the time, try to moderate, innit, yeah? But man, let me say this though, innit, yeah, before everyone jumps on and anyone jumps on or whatever, if anyone's gonna jump on or whatnot, yeah, is that even if, yeah, the dude was a Muslim or it was a terrorist attack, the peaceful protests were valid. The stuff attacking and this, that and the other is still not valid. Yeah, people are going to feel like they're vindicated or whatever, but it's still not valid though. Because it's like, you got to be careful in it, because through reverse circumstances, if someone that claims to be a Christian carries out any sort of attack in the name of some radical Christian group now, would it be okay for people to be running up on churches and smashing them up and all them sort of things? Of course it wouldn't be. Like, so, yeah, obviously that side of it still wouldn't be valid, right? Although some people will feel like they're vindicated. Maybe they're vindicated in pointing their fingers in a certain direction. I'll give you that. But any of the actions that were unlawful, you know, obviously, like, you're going to have to disagree with that, right? Stating his parents were Christian gave it away. Not surprised this news. Oh, mate, it's crazy still. All the time around Europe. Yeah? What church? What churches are being attacked around Europe? Bro, what happened there? Wait, something mad happened in the Ealing still. Side roads closed off. Feds are there. Yeah. So, praise anyway, yeah? Like again, to me it don't matter who the brother is, yeah? He's still a pussy or a pagan anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he could have been Christian, Muslim, Rasta, Jew, atheist, or any other denominations, black, white, multicolored, striped or whatever. He's still a pagan, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? See, you keep calling him brother. Who's brother? Keep calling who brother? What are you talking about, man? Behave yourself. I never called no one brother. I can't call someone my brother and then a pussy at the same time. It don't make sense. Literally don't even make sense. I can't say their brother's a pussy and then saying he's my brother at the same time. It don't make sense. Yeah. Hey, listen, yeah. This is the worst thing about you say something like what goes on my channel, yeah. Because there's so much pagans, liars, haters, and people that actually would really wish harm on you in real life and all them sort of things. They're surrounded in the comment section or even joining the panels or whatever. You can't let people lie about you, innit? Yeah, because these lions can start to grow legs, whole bodies, and then start moonwalking down the street. Next thing you know, people are running up on trying to ask you any questions about some lie that someone said in the comment section. Yo, hey, yeah, man, we can't do that, man. So, yeah, do me a favor, fam. Don't lie on me, innit? Tell the truth, cuz. Tell the truth only, cuz. I thought this was a pagan channel. I'm not a pagan, cuz. You're more of a pagan than I am. Yeah, man. You're more of a pagan than I am, cuz you carry out rituals every day. You know what I'm saying? That time, cuz. You know? Oh, man. Man. Nico, because he was bigging him up being Christian. Who was bigging him up being Christian? Why does Velly sound upset about the news? Brad, shut up, man. Stop making sense. What makes perfect sense? He just chat so much shit. He's scared me fucking. Bro. I don't know why I bother with some of you people, man. True stories. Some of you, man, chat straight doo-doo. Straight doo-doo. Yeah, man. Anyway, yeah. We got the people that in the place, yeah. We got the real G's. We got anyone that's hit the thumbs up, anyone that's typing in the chat. Big up yourself. What we gonna do, yeah? You know, my man still ain't been to trial or nothing yet. For the Southport murders and that. Do you know what I'm saying? For the Southport slayings. Or, you know, we gotta try and use more friendly words in it, because, you know, the algorithm won't boost you when you're using certain terms in it. And again, if we don't want to just be stuck in the circle of just us lot, yeah, and we want more people to be able to give opinions, have a go here, there, and everywhere, then let me mute up. One sec, yeah, fucking CID. Bear with them as well. Like 4. Damn. Yeah, 3 in a row, you know. 3 undies, you wouldn't even notice them still. You see the new use, yeah? You know what, don't worry about that stuff. But anyway, yeah? Like I was saying. Yeah, it's a mad thing still, man. That you still ain't been to trial. So, there's not even any new information apart from this new information, what they've charged him with something else. There's not even much more information we can even talk about or go on. Like, anytime we speak to people on the opposing side about it, like, that's the same answer I give man. And like, bro, obviously, we can condemn man for what it is in it, but we can't find out the ins and outs of what man's motivations until it goes through the trial, innit? Like, we have to let justice take its course, and then we can hindsight talk about what we could have, would have, should have done after that. Yeah. listen, I'm telling you now, yeah. I don't think my man's coming out of jail for a long ass time. If he is coming out ever, if he ain't going to one of them mental cycles or something. You know, what got licks? What you say, man?
Hi, Benny.
Because-
Evening. How you doing? Yeah, no, I was
Right,
just
yeah, I'll
jumping
tell you
on.
what, yeah.
So,
Let me swap
sorry.
sides here, so it looks like I'm looking at you on my avatar.
Okay, oh yeah, you're looking in the newsagent. See that picture, Belly? See the, you know, it's the newsagents. Do you know
I did.
that picture? I took that picture. That is a miniature. They are all miniatures. It was, oh man, it was incredible. The art, the skill that went into the person who ever created that was, it's just mind blowing. Anyway, getting back to this, what's the new development then?
That apparently the guy had an Al Qaeda manual PDF and traces of ricin in his vicinity.
All right. How old was he? 17.
I think so.
So he will be convicted. Is it different when you're for murder? When
I think
you...
he's 18 now. It was because his 18th birthday was days away or something before he could get named or something, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
why
what
they
I'm
didn't
saying.
wanna
I
name
think
him,
it's
first of
all, and not only that, it's the mental assessment, isn't it? Because, you know, teenage sort of schizophrenia, you don't know. Right? I mean, when does that start sort of producing itself when you really know that someone's lost their head? This is why we can't speculate about the kids, and that's why no one should have. It'll all come out. Like every case comes out, then a documentary's
That's what I'm
made,
trying to say.
then
There
everyone
isn't
runs around going,
point.
"Oh, look, it's all over the gaff." Pardon?
There isn't a point that can be made for or against what's happened because we haven't got really any information to go on. Innit? Like we can condemn and say we don't like or whatever, ban this one and whatever or that. Yeah, but like, we can't speak about.
Oh
Any of
no,
the
it was
actual points
horrific.
of
What
what's
he
happened
did
because
was absolutely horrific. A fucking tragedy beyond. You know, I don't like discussing it. It's them poor parents sending their little girls off to a joyful event, something they were all looking forward to. I mean,
last few
you
years was
can't, the
spectacular.
horror of it is you can't really discuss it. And as I said, we can't all speculate. Was he, that's what I'm saying, was he mental? Was he just a vengeful, horrible kid? No one knows until the trial.
Well, that's where they're going through the investigation that they're doing at the moment. So once they do have their enough information, then they're gonna probably start.
Yeah,
the
they'll
trial,
release it.
right?
Yeah.
And then obviously once he's found guilty, then all the information can be gone through. There'll be documentaries and so on, all that about this because like this is not one of them things that happens every week, right? So.
No, it isn't.
And you know what's strange though, yeah? It's like I said, everyone on all sides has condemned what's happened or whatever, yeah. But even though people on all sides have condemned it, yeah, you'll get people that are on the right side trying to act like there's people on the left side trying to cape for the dude or something like that. I'm like, huh? Who said anything positive about the guy at one time? I don't think there has been anyone that said anything positive.
No, I just don't think the knee-jerk reaction then to carry out the same hatred, which, what, to burn out other people and risk their lives. They're just moaning about someone who just done a terrible, vengeful thing. But yet, you know, at one point they were all certain, I'm not saying all of them, but a group of them were prepared to burn out refugees and take their lives. So I really don't understand that reaction at all. That's like the old eye for an eye sort of shit, isn't it?
Even if man was
So I don't. Pardon?
Even if man was like apparently linked to what's it called, the peaceful protests are valid, but any of the riot stuff, I still don't see that as being valid, right? Because
No, I don't think it was valid. You can't start wrecking where you live because someone miles away committed a crime. I don't get that. You know, I'm gonna start me going and hurling and breaking all the shop windows.
You know what's crazy, yeah? Like, you'll get other people acting like, when it was, when Mark Duggan got killed by the police and people was wilding out about that, you act like there was people on here saying, yeah, it's a good thing and everyone should be rioting and rah, 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 rah. We were saying, no, obviously, no one should be looting shops. No one should be doing this. No. So...
No, that was awful as well. But however, it was a hotbed of months before that, all the students and all the increase in the introduction of weren't it fees and extra university fees, and I think actually more cuts to grants, and so they all felt really shit, didn't they? There was a load of that going on, and then Mark Duggan happened.
The point is, yeah, that when any of the riot, like on that scale, the same sort of scale, has gone off or whatever, there hasn't been people on there saying that, yeah, these people are justified because so and so happened, because Mark Duggan got killed, or because black people were treated unequally by the police. We was justified to riot or whatever. Then none of those words never came out of anyone's mouth on G Block, innit? That's the point that I'm making.
No, I don't think they have. However, there are certain riots where maybe people have got a leniency to. So maybe, as I said, the early Brixton riots, you could see maybe where there was sympathy that all them people in that area at that time felt like they had no career prospects, they were being held back. So, you know, and they were being, you know, always pulled on, sus, and always suspicious. If they did have a good job and had a decent car, why does that mean that they're always I can't even say it, a criminal in because they're a successful black person? I think there's a lot of that was going on at that time. I think there's different riots for different things.
But not as much, but still does go on. The bank manager's got £1 million payout because the police kept on harassing him nearly every day. He lost his job at a bank and all that because obviously they kept on racial profiling because he drives a nice car.
Well, that was always the thing in sort of the 80s when I was like started my work up the West End, and we were all sort of, you know, 17, 18, all going out and everything. And loads of people like, you know, so you'd have like maybe working with black guys that then, because they had a decent income, they might have bought a car on HP, and next minute you heard they've been pulled over because they're in this car. But they've got the job to prove that actually it's all legit. But that's the subtleness of what the institutional police racism was at that time. If they saw any black person in a car that was a little bit like, a Beamer or whatever, it was automatically, how has that person afforded that car? And that in itself is a bad thing to think, isn't it? Rather than look and thinking, isn't it good that they've got a good job and can afford that car? Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you?
What you saying? No talking. You just step on mute.
Yeah, no, I don't feel like being entertaining. So anyway, yeah, as we was talking, Belly. Yeah, so they were the subtleties of like, you know, yeah, I grew up and loads of kids had post office jobs. So they had a steady income. And they might have bought a car. That's what they wanted to buy, you know. And then all of a sudden they're getting pulled over. Why are you in that car? So I can see why things exploded in the 80s. That's what I'm saying. But I don't know why it exploded this summer in the manner that it did.
Yeah, man. Well, like I say, man, the peaceful protests and that. Even if you agree or disagree with what man's protesting about, you can't really say nothing about them, innit? Because they're like peaceful, legally done.
Oh, I think I'm all for peaceful protests.
Yeah, but wait, let me finish here. The riots or the riot bits and pieces, the other ones that went off or that ends up with any trouble or this sort of stuff happens, and then people start getting targeted and blah blah blah. Like I was saying, even if it comes out that my man was flipping Al Qaeda top boy and this, that, and the other, and blah blah blah, I still don't think it would be justified, right?
Belly, I don't think it is. People were in their homes scared. Yeah. As we saw, there was a family sitting there. Didn't someone smash their windows in on their street?
One of the kids
they were there minding their own business, watching TV. I mean, can you imagine that? You're sitting there and you think, yeah, they're protesting. Good on them, they're allowed to. But somewhere along that line, you become the target. I mean, you don't go around smashing things up and threatening people, do you? That's not a protest. That's a riot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a mad one still, man. So I don't see that.
What?
Man.
So now they're saying because what they originally thought he was a terrorist has materialized that he possibly could be a terrorist. Therefore, see, we are justified setting bins on fire and running at the police with them, smashing up things, dragging people out of cars, and possibly burning down a refugee centre after smashing up a library in Liverpool. I mean, is that a protest or is that a riot?
The library doubled up for food bank as well.
Do you know what was wonderful? An author done a GoFundMe and all loads of authors got. Last time I looked, I think it was 125,000 to donate to that library to get it back on its feet for the people that need it in that area. As I said, if you're unemployed, I mean, this is what people, they don't realise. You could be made redundant tomorrow from your job. Yeah. And then you think, fuck me, I've got to sign on. Yeah. And then you realise, I like buying a newspaper. I like doing it. You can't do any of that. So you go to your local library. Some people can't even, they realised in COVID, actually, internet poverty, that, you know me, I was all for Corbyn making it free for everyone to access. Because I think it should be free. Everything now is directed online. But there was all this poverty for children, homeschooling. There was people that, they have a mobile. They don't really have laptops and that. And then all of a sudden they're on pay as you go and they've got to do all this schooling. So, yeah, there's a lot of things.
Private kids' homework.
Yeah.
So if you couldn't afford it.
So, the library, we provide things like that. You come in, do their homework. use the internet free. It's a really valuable source. And yeah, they smashed that up for people to access it in that community. Maybe go there every day to fill in the universal credit form. If they don't, they get excluded. I mean, there's loads of things. By smashing that library up, they destroyed temporarily in that.
Well,
that
it's not
little
anything that helps the country spend less money on the stuff that you're complaining about and spending, right? If anything, it takes away from the things that you want money spent on, because now they have to spend money on resurrecting the
Yeah, but
damaged
you got.
garden.
I find. Yeah, I know. I find you got to say really things in a really basic way. So they're going.
Hey, listen, yeah, what has to be
Infrastructure
done?
all overstretched. It's been overstretched for the fucking last 30 years. But,
You know what?
it's heightened at the moment for some reason. Even though we
Something
got a
has
new
to be
Elizabethan
shown.
line in, forget that. Let's ignore that we've got a new line, an underground line that opens it up. But, I mean, we forget that. We've got new hospitals being
Listen,
built. Let's just forget that.
you see, what I think would be beneficial for people that are frustrated is that someone who has been frustrated with something in the system and has got things changed actually explains to people how they got things changed. How was it that you got this law implemented? How was it that you got your MP to listen to? How was it that these things happened and these things didn't happen? Do you know what I'm saying? That because a lot of these things, is that you might get the attention from like protests or riots and so on, but you're not getting the solution that you're actually looking for, right? You're not getting a meeting with the MPs. You're not getting any of the stuff that you was writing for, spoke about, to be put on the table to be right, we're definitely going to change this, or we're going to look at that, or we can't do this because it says that here or whatever. You know what I mean? It's always just sticking plaster sort of shit happens.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know.
Happen in the future.
I mean,
What's going to happen next in the future? That's going to set the next thing off. So I'm saying that more times, like even like with the institutional racism in the police, so you just get, the only reason why I can point it is because they got reports there, but the reports are just reports. There's any of the stuff that's implemented doesn't take away the stuff that the people are complaining about. They just managed to learn how to mask it better. So.
But this is why I was trying to say. You got to say it in really basic terms. That 14 years. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. 14 years ago, Velly, there was free. We're going to go really basic. There was free shops that all of us, say there was 200 of us, could use for our everything. And then they axed one. Yeah. That meant the other two were a little bit, the time you had to wait was that little bit longer, because of the manpower. You've lost the other shop. Yeah. And then 5 years later, they take that shop. So then there's just one shop. So then again, you're going to have loads of waiting times, loads of issues, because you've lost the other two shops that you could get your everything from. But that is what austerity did in the last 14 years. And that's why we're feeling it, because then your services are cut. We're all competing then, say, for the one phone line. Before there was free phone lines, you didn't have to wait 25 minutes or whatever. I'm using very basic things just to try and get people to realise, once you start chipping away at services, that's when everyone starts looking around and going, hold on a minute. I thought I was a priority. But I want to know where they got that notion that they were a priority in the first place. Who told them that the minute they had a kid, that kid would be a priority to get housed in the future? Where the fuck does it say that? It doesn't. It says we'll educate that child. And yeah, if there's social housing available, put your name on the list. And then everyone does that and then go, fucking hell, I've got to wait 10 years. Well, I suggest go and save up and get a mortgage or do something else like everyone else in my family that is young is doing. You don't hear me taking it out going, you know what, I can't believe my nephew and his wife are privately renting because they can't get on social housing because of X, Y, Z and D. That's a really, well, that's just an easy way to think, isn't it? It's an easy option. It's a cop-out. So, Billy, do you think your children now should be entitled to get housed in the future? Is that what you're rearing them to think? Listen, don't worry about education or anything else because you'll get a council gaff when you're 18 because I'll kick you out. You'll go in a hostel and you'll get your own little gaff. I mean, what's that as an ambition?
I think the minority of people would be telling their children that, right? That don't get education, we'll just kick you out and get a council house. But I still do think the majority of citizens should expect that the government has laid out enough plans to make sure that there is enough houses for the citizens of the country that need housing. Because that's actually what they're supposed to be doing, isn't it?
I'm in total agreement. But it hasn't happened since it was sold off, has it?
Well, since there was enough housing, but they wasn't building it at replacement rate since the 70s.
Exactly. Now you've got so councils can't afford to build them. So they do these deals with private. The private goes, all right, then I'm going to knock this block of flats up. Literally where I live, you see it. I'm going to knock this. One side is all private and it's got a concierge. And then the other side has got maybe, the same 6 flats, nothing, no concierge, nothing. Because they have to, that's the only way the council will get. I don't agree. I don't think the council should say yes to it, but that's how it's become that to get something built, they have to have a private backing and then negotiate. Well, if you build that block, would you allocate X amount of flats to social housing? They say, yeah. Then there's a lot of part buy, part rent at the moment as well.
Affordable housing.
That's the new, that is the new council. Part buy, part rent. They're going up all over the gaff.
It looks like you're saying about the local planning councils or whatever. But the budget's coming out. The first budget's coming out tomorrow. Yeah, so
apparently there's going to be a bumper pay rise.
Yeah, well, that's only for the. I think the minimum wage is going up.
Yeah. Oh no, we're going to be stung. We're going to be stung. I think fares are going, isn't they, to a minimum of £3. As they say, they take from Paul and fucking rob you from that and give to that. It's all just moving it all around.
I was trying to tell you about that pagan Keir Starmer, man, and we needed to get someone that really wanted to do proper real change in place. But I don't think
I told you they're not ready. Listen, I told you.
Brave enough for it, man.
Yeah,
they're brave enough for it, man. That's why people stick to the center ground a lot, because it is to take a step further to the right, say the far right side, or the further to the left side, the far left, or just further than just not centre. Takes a lot of
Do you
courage
think it's
to be able to do what they're doing, innit?
yeah, but you know what? I think it is what you don't know. You don't, and I think that's a lot of what it is. If you haven't known what a nationalised train service or electricity or gas or, you know, when you had a good Greater London Council was great. It was youth clubs every night. I went to a youth club every night. You know,
Yeah, so did I,
it
man.
was fantastic. It was, you know, really good. So yeah, it was a good time, but they don't want to. They don't want you to have that, do they? Anymore?
I still speak to some of the people that used to run some of the local youth clubs in some of my areas. So
You still what?
I still speak to some of the people from.
Well,
some of
I
those
was
youth clubs.
that's what I'm saying. I was an assistant manager before I went into libraries of a community centre. So I had to fundraise because it was only, so we got a part grant from Camden Council. Then we got another grant from Voluntary Action Camden. And then, yeah, it was like lots. So I actually raised quite a bit of money. I remember once getting new opportunity funding, which was from the lottery. And that was 35,000. And that was to extend the after school club. I've done it for 5 years. I managed the youth club, managed them all. I see them all now. As I said, it's funny. They go, all right, miss. And then I went on to library. So, yeah, no, community centres, that's just what I'm saying. I mean, lots of estates still have these old tenants halls that maybe now they've got a private nursery in. But if you had a strong tenants association, yeah, you can get funding. You can apply for the funding from the council because there is a tenants association funding. And then, yeah, you can then just start getting a treasury. And once you've got a committee of people, you can start then applying. There's books on private charities that would fund something like starting up a little after schools club or even a youth club twice a week. You know, if you've got the proper,
the government would
you can show that the funds would be properly, like a treasurer, blah, blah, blah. You would then get that money if someone knows how to write correctly to get money.
I don't think the government would ever bring them sort of things back. Youth clubs and all them sort of things there.
Well, I don't know because I didn't vote Keir Starmer, as you know, but my mum did, and so yeah, she's pretty angry that I didn't. But I was saying to her, look what he's going to do, and her words would come back to me in 5 years. So that's what I've got to do.
You know what, Higgs? If I tell the truth, you like again, you know, I'm not a big Starmer fan or whatever, but like, I did concede that if Starmer improves the majority, or Starmer's government improves the majority of working people's lives in his term, then he's definitely going to get a next term in it. Car.
Yeah,
from the 14 years of Conservatives, the majority of working people have had a drop in living standards. A drastic drop from the 14 years start till now.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, as I've always said to you, they called themselves 1 Point New Labour and never denied that they weren't going to be the old socialists of Corbyn. I prefer Corbyn's socialism because it benefits everyone. I know no one likes to hear that, but it would, you know, what, a free internet for everyone to use? Saving myself, I pay about fucking 80 quid a month for the broadband or whatever. And then you got your phone or whatever. It's just outrageous. That's because I have a landline. But I mean, it's, you know, if you could have that free, wouldn't that be beneficial for everyone? Everyone was like voted against it. I just couldn't believe it. They were like, no, why would we want that? Let's vote the Tories back in.
Alright, Nix, listen, let me run some videos, man. Let me run a
Yeah, I'm
couple
going to bail out and
videos.
let someone else jump on. Nice talking to you. And yeah,
Big up yourself, Nix.
take care.
Big
Bye.
up. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. My G, Gary.
Look, we can all see this country's got problems. Government services are collapsing, ordinary families are falling into poverty. You are going to need money to fix these problems. And I'm going to tell you now where the money is. We've got it. The money is. We've got it. British billionaires and millionaires, people like me. If you were going to fix the problems for ordinary families, you are going to have to tax us more. There's a lot of ways you can do it. A wealth tax, equalising capital gains, getting rid of those pesky loopholes in inheritance tax. But you are going to have to choose one of them. Otherwise, there's no money for anyone except us. Tax us more, fix the country's problems. We're here, we've got the money to contribute, and we're staying. Thank you.
Yeah, man, real patriots like them, man. They hear me, cuz. How you mean? Yo. So, yeah, a couple crazy things that happen still, man. Like, wait, one sec here. Let me say this real quick. Like, I don't know. There's not really much more we can say about what happened with the Southport guy, right? Like we're saying, he ain't gone. He's not gone to court. He's not had a trial. He's not been found guilty. So all the evidence that's been released into the public, that's all we know about, right? So it's weird still. But I can't believe, bro. You can't stay in one place for too long.
Largest deportation program in American history. Can we get the criminals out?
Day one. Have a snack, meet the staff. Day one is typically we just read the syllabus. There's generally no homework. But okay, day one, mass deportation. How exactly is that going to happen?
I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798.
Who the told Donald Trump about the Alien Enemies Act?
Come on. Even Nico knows that Donald Trump didn't know about no 1792 Aliens Act. Definitely the legal team with that one up. Yeah, let me go. Yo, we gonna talk about the 1792 Aliens Act. They
When there's tribal sound, and in the air with the tribal sound. Terminal, tribal sound. Big man Spidey, the tribal. When there's tribal, cheese.
You see me. I ain't watching you, watching her. I am a money maker, hands to the edge, I'm a money maker. All round time, you're a money maker. If you're on this train, money maker. Hands to the air, money maker. All one time, money maker. On this thing, money maker. You see us terminal. You see me. I ain't watching you, I ain't watching her, I ain't watching him. I put the dance and bubble and sing. Terminal 4 with a terminal 6. Terminal 4 with a power goes. When you come to my house, just respect my house. Don't just matter the house, somebody out of the house. When you come to my house, just respect my house. Blood clot, talk to them. What's wrong with it? Hold on. I'm like, no. I'm like, yeah. Hey, sleep, hold on. Hey, Wiggy, hold on. I'm like, no.
Hear me, yeah?
I'm like, yeah.
Yo. Alright, yeah, I'm back, man. You know, just buy this pussy or MI5. If it's MI5, MI6, whatever building. The reception goes mad. Bro, what you doing, man? Fucking nutcase. Alright. You know what though, yeah? You know what I'm saying, yeah? You know this Saturday Night Live clip? Obviously it's copyright, innit? You know it's copyright. You know me, hear me on the radio. So let me remove that. Let me slap someone else real quick, man.
Artificial intelligence to create child images from normal photos has been jailed for 18 years.
My mind is very corrupted and warped.
27-year-old Hugh Nelson used a 3D computer program to transform ordinary, non-explicit photos of children into deepfake characters, which he'd then sell child images of. He took requests from people online and says a lot of these characters were commissioned by their dads, uncles and family friends. That means people who knew these children in real life would send him images to transform. The court heard that Hugh went on to encourage clients children as well.
You have no job. You sit at home, you play games, you watch, you maybe stupid goddamn images.
His case is the first time police have been able to link AI-generated images made by to real children, and it just reminds us how far innocent photos posted online can go, because this kind of technology is sadly on the rise. A man
Oh, so did you hear that, yeah? There was people that was the children's family members sending this brother pictures to make AI images of to go mad, yeah? So when you man are sitting around Esau, Bleeding Heart, and Dookie Gold, and all them other nonsense, yeah, with other people's children's pictures all over their devices, take time, innit? Yeah? Take time. You hear me, cuz? And like we say, man, we ban all nonsense around there. You get me? Yeah, we don't just ban the brown ones, cuz. We ban them all. Kill them all and done. How you mean? Hey, Jake, who's talking to you, little pussy, man? Watch your mouth, man. I can't actually punch the teeth out of your head. You little tramp. Shut your mouth, man. You little dickhead. Watch your mouth, bro. These times here, you're a fucking Jaffa. You ain't even got no children yourself, man. Shut up, man. You dickhead. Yeah, man. Watch your trampy mouth, man.
Little crackheads coming around there chatting shit, bro. Watch out, little crack mouth, man. Look at him. These times you still live with your dad. Shut up, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You mad? Behave yourself. Go fuck yourself. So, yeah. I'm Jake, Kaylee.
Suck your mom, yeah, I said it, suck your mom.
Suck your mother and die.
Esau, Bleeding Heart, Ayaduki Gold.
Suck your mom, yeah, I said it, suck your mom.
Suck your mother and die.
Yeah. Play. I am in. You little crackers talking about, man. Behave yourself, man. Fuck out of here. Yeah, man, so I ban love upon every nonce in the world. From black to whiter than white. I am in. Man, imagine that. Alright. One more, man. Let it play.
Imagine you took the skepticism of an unseasoned accountant, the enthusiasm of a lawn chair, and sprinkled it with a hint of corporate boardroom boredom. And you get Richard Tice. Tice's philosophy reads like the greatest hits album from the world of failed austerity experiments. He's got it all. Cut public spending, free markets will solve everything, and of course the classic, lower taxes lead to prosperity. However, and this is quite interesting, when Richard and others cite the benefits of austerity, it really comes from Harvard, a Harvard Review paper, which actually turned out to have false facts included in it. A student from the University of Massachusetts by the name of Thomas Herden kept trying to crank the numbers from the austerity papers and found that they didn't add up until he just...
Strange that, isn't it? Strange that even though they knew that the numbers of austerity don't work out. We had to go through the experiment anyway to find out that austerity still don't work out. Yeah, austerity didn't work. All them public services are gone. That money is apparently saved. But it's not gone to prop up any other public services. Because they all got drained. Where's the bread gone from it? You know, it's mad here that the Conservatives there to sit in the Houses of Parliament screaming about how bad they talk about Labour's doing. It's like, bro, crazy. If you didn't fuck up for the whole 14 years, send this shit downhill, then no one would flipping, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one would be even in this, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, listen, man, your teeth are blacker than me, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? The only thing that's blacker than me on you is your butthole. Because you don't wipe your body properly, you tramp. And hey, that's Kaylee after the dentist, you know. With them ganjas. How you mean? Yeah, I smoke ganja, you rock ganjas. How about that? Yeah? I smoke ganja, you rock ganjas. Mad. Alright, come on, carry on, cuz.
Discovered that a lot of the facts have been falsified in order to prove the theory of austerity. But here's where it gets wild. Tice genuinely seems to think he knows better than decades of economic evidence and the giants like Keynes. So let's break down why his ideas aren't just misguided, they're downright dangerous for an economy that's trying to move forward, not backward.
We're in a crisis. You can't tax your way out of a crisis.
Unless, of course, you're the UK post-World War II, where you increase taxes on high incomes and corporations, and that funds the NHS, social welfare.
Wow, so the way that the NHS was built was by taxing taxing businesses and high income individuals a higher percentage to build these infrastructures. Now the taxes have been brought down, so these men don't pay as much thingbob. We need to raise those taxes again to repay for it. Every single politician out there is going to tell you that, no, it don't work, you can't do that, oh, it don't work, it don't work. Yeah, all this bollocks like that, yeah, when it's literally got evidence that goes with it. He's giving who? What to do? Move the bus. What do you mean, man? You can't move the bus, my yo. Yeah, man, so let it play.
And housing. And this supported economic stability and rebuilt the country after the war, and contributed to one of the longest periods of growth in modern British history. Unless you're the United States in the 1930s, which increased taxes on high earners and corporations to fund FDR's New Deal programs, helping to pull the nation out of the Great Depression. Or South Korea in 1997, which used increased taxes to stabilize the economy. Or Germany in the 1990s after reunification, which increased taxes to fund integration and redevelopment of the former East Germany. You know, apart from those examples, I guess Richard might be right.
You've got to grow your way out of a crisis, and that means reducing the size of the state and motivating people with...
What is it with actual broke people wanting this, air quotes, size of government reduced so it's more of a freer economy? Which means that these brothers with big mega chad breads like Richard Tice are just going to be able to see your business rise and just snipe you at the side, buy that, see that business rise up, buy that, see that asset going up, buy that. Yo, don't let the shit play out in reality, because obviously that's not a good ending, man. If these men at the top, the 1% own everything, and none of us own nothing, yeah, we are gonna be fucked. Like, everyone's gonna get it then, bruv. Are you mad? Oh my days. Yeah, man. Let it play. So,
hard work, taking risks, setting up businesses, being an entrepreneur, and that's how you get growth in the economy. Instead, we're going to get a bigger state, more bloated, more inefficient, and with outcomes, frankly, that are not commensurate with the money that's being poured into the public services.
Well, I noticed you swerved past my question about what you would do, but let's talk about them.
So let's talk about let's come on to what we would do.
Well, no, let's just deal with them. They would say,
you know what's bad, yeah? The reform duds. They say that they want to reduce the size of government, reduce government spending, but everything that they say they want to do is actually going to cost more money. So being able to stop asylum seekers or not have as many immigrants and all them sort of stuff, that's actually going to cost money on the infrastructure, training people up, getting enough skilled people that live here to do these roles, this, that and the other, encouraging bigger families, making people be able to earn more money from their bread that they're getting. All them things there. All of them things there. Yeah? That their contract costed, innit? Yeah, it's going to cost bread, innit? So I don't know what Richard Tice is playing at. Like, he's acting like he's not going to have to spend bread. Even if he was to reduce the size of government, he's still going to have to go mad. Yeah? And then differently, when he does reduce the size of government and public spending on infrastructure and this, that and the other, who do you think is going to be affected the most from that? Take two guesses and wonder who out of this pyramid scheme of life that we're living in right now is going to be most affected
if these men get in power and able to reduce the size of government spending, blah, 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 all the other things that they said they're going to do. Yeah, free childcare is gone. How you mean? Housing benefit for poor people is gone. Working tax credit's going to get sucked. Yo, you know, be back into them days, yeah, where people were saying, yo, I earn more money signing on. Man. I'm saying it's not even that. The man ain't even voting Richard Tice and what's it called, because they've come up with good policies. Because when you start asking the man about what policies they're coming up with that they agree with, they actually don't name one. It's just like because Nigel Farage is a good talking head and getting people gassed about all the issues that they feel like are the faults of whoever they are. He's good at the scapegoat politics, isn't it? Yeah, so boy. It's a fucking pyramid scheme, bro. You know what's it's crazy as well? It's like the brokest cunts cape the hardest for the fucking 1%. Brother, you're poor, man. Behave yourself. Stop caping for the 1% like you're the same. You don't need them man don't need no more tax breaks. How much more tax breaks you want to give the man them? And how much more tax you want to pay? So you want to pay more tax out of your stupid wages, and you want these men to pay less tax out of their big banks that they're fucking being able to just hey, have you seen Nigel Farage's wages for that set that he does on GB News? You're mad. You man are bonkers. Bonkers, cuz. Right. Yeah, there's more investment and more compound growth to be had if the people of the land are able to spend money as well. If the people of the fucking land are able to have housing to live in too. Nigel Farage and Richard Tice ain't trying to build more houses in the UK, bro. You okay? Man, are you buzzing? What? Brother, are you drunk or what, guys? They're looking to dash people out. That's how they get the numbers down. They didn't even calculate it properly. Oh. If anything here. Alright, check it like this then, JB. Do you think America's insurance style of healthcare is better than the UK's NHS healthcare? Because we know there's improvements to make, right? But it's still one of the things that you can point out as one of the good things of the UK. We don't need more houses. Are you alright, bro? Yourself, of course you do. Of course you do. How do you think private landlords are able to fucking rip the arsehole out of people in fucking London? Because there ain't enough houses for people to live in. What does that mean? That, man, I can charge you higher rent than so and so, and if you don't pay it, I can give you no fault eviction. Yeah, dash you out and get someone in that will pay it. Because there's a list of people waiting. I'm saying, yeah, you see that extra 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 pound that you won't pay, someone else will pay. Just reduce immigration. But you're also saying that you're going to have to reduce business sizes. What infrastructure and businesses are you going to reduce as well as you're reducing immigration? So reduction in immigration, just reduce immigration. What else is that? So what service is, or what business are you removing from the UK that you have to that you can reduce immigration with them? What service are you moving, or what service are you putting into another country for them to start taking up the reign of, because you want less immigration? Reducing immigration means cheaper housing. Bro, you didn't tell me what service that you're gonna reduce to reduce this immigration number, innit? Hair shops and barbers. Debs is funny. Debs should get her own comedy show stuff. Very funny, Debs. Pressure on services. Yeah, but the services are still crumbling, bro. The schools that are here right now still need refurbishing. But there's rotting concrete in certain schools in this town now. Housing, every day, someone's complaining about damp and rah-rah in their housing. People are overcrowded on housing registers for God knows how long. When we looked on Greenwich Council's housing list, a single male person can't even sign up to Greenwich Council to get a place on Fingerbob now. You have to be homeless. Yeah? And even then, you're still not super priority. Yeah. Only a disabled, overcrowding, extreme overcrowding, or something's happening where the place is getting teared down. That's the way you're getting a move on it. We looked on the Greenwich Council website. You hear me? I hear me. I said, let's look on the Greenwich one, innit? That's local. I live in Greenwich Council. Let's look on that one. Yeah? Saw it. You know what it was, yeah? It was because, I'm not sure if they said it on air yet, so I don't want to say who it was yet. But someone was saying that in their local borough, they couldn't get even to put their name down on the housing list because of the amount of social housing is not available. So, not even a male, a female. A female couldn't even put their name down on the thing because they wouldn't accept any more claims. So, you tell me they don't need to build more housing. Even if they stop immigration, they still need to build more housing because there's not enough houses for the citizens of the country already. If you remember, India just passed England as a wealthier economy, and they've got extreme. Fucking hell. I'm tired there, man. Lord have mercy. Yeah, they've got extreme versions of wealth inequality in their shits. India, Sabamba Kala. So, brother, if you want the wealth inequality gap to widen, don't build more houses in it. Don't build no more infrastructure. Don't update any of the stuff that we need. Privatize NHS. Why are poor people asking for an NHS to be privatized? Do you want more bills? Have you got private health insurance? Yo, some of the poorest people in America, yeah, can't. People go bankrupt with a hospital bill in America. You know that? Alright? Can't even call ambulance. That's why I always used to see, you know, them old school films. Someone gets hurt. People slap them in a car and run them to the hospital. Remember, people didn't call ambulances back in them old school American films. I'm running them to in the car to their funeral, bro. These times you're gonna have to move the baby seats out the back seat. Oh, mates. Demand ambulance. You get me? That's what it's gonna be called, demand ambulance. Yeah, crazy. I don't know. I thought we was all on the same page, innit? Like, we want things to be easier or a bit easier for the poorer in society. Let's shift some of the hard work to some of the richer in society because, you know, they might have been living a nice life for a long time, cuz. Long time. You know what it is there as well, but man get it twisted, innit? Man, when man's thinking about richer in society, I might be thinking about myself about upper middle class people. I'm talking about people, yeah, that can afford to do tax avoidance. On a scale so big here that the money that they're saving might be more than your yearly annual salary. Second, this is my drink. One sec. Hey, listen, yeah. I'm gonna be back and finish in about 25 minutes still. So we run the rest of this video. Yeah. Political X. My yeah, you mean? Let it play.
They have said that growth is their central objective, but they can't even get to that point until they've sorted out the hole in the public finances.
You can't grow an economy if you tax everybody to the hilt, to the point where actually it doesn't pay to take hard work.
But they're not going to tax, they're not taxing working people.
Let's go into a bit more detail with another example, the US's New Deal in the 1930s, supported by Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the President of the United States, elected 4 times because he was so popular because of these policies.
Hey, bro, I'm poor too, man. Yeah, for me, I ain't got 10 million plus, so I'm poor still, man. You get me? So, ask me, daddy. But yeah. I said, fix another boiler, 2 grand a pop. Mad. Yo. So, yeah, it's crazy out here, man. Like I was saying to you, yeah. I'm not sure if Richard Tye, Nigel Farage, and their contracting is going to be beneficial for the working class gangsters out here trying to make ends meet and rah rah rah. Is man starts off. Remember, man started saying, if you get, we're going to start the tax threshold at 20k. Yeah. If Labour right now, raises the tax threshold, so you can earn more money at a lower tax rate. Yeah, that will take Richard Tice's fantasy 20 bags for a thing, Bob. They're rising minimum wage. 20 bags tax free out of the water, cuz. Conservatives have been sneaky for like 14 years, cuz. People have got wage rises, but they ain't raised the tax band. Man are able to scoop up more in taxes because obviously if you get an increase in the wages, once you earn over a certain amount, you pay that much tax, and then once you earn over that threshold, you pay so much tax on the earnings over that. Then once you earn over the next threshold, you pay so much tax on earnings over that. So a theory, people think that if you say you get paid 100 racks a year, the whole 100 racks is taxed at one rate. No, that's not how it goes. Still, it's different stages. And once you earn over a certain amount, that's taxed at that rate. Then what? You know what I'm saying? So you still earn your first 12.5 grand tax free. And once you earn a certain amount, that's at 20%, 25%. Once you earn a different amount, that's at next percent. Yeah, man. You know why? Because I've been trying to tell them, man, from time, cuz that reform, Nigel Farage and Richard Tice are really not working class people, and they don't really get working class people's minds. But also, another thing is that their scope has to be bigger than flipping Tommy fans in the working class, right? So if they discount the smallest but loudest section of their support, I think they're counting on getting more support from the wider community. I'm not too sure if it's going to work out like that, though. Not too sure if it's going to work out like that. Still, man. Political X, ready play.
Also, his ability to be a war leader during World War II. These programs laid the foundation for post-war economic growth, and it showed the public that spending stimulates recovery and can strengthen economies. Unemployment dropped from 25% to 15% in just 4 years, and the infrastructure paved the way for post-war prosperity, likes of which had not been seen at any point in human history.
I'll give you an example. There's a roofer I know in the Cotswolds.
Hear that Roosevelt dropped unemployment from 25% to 15% in 4 years by taxing the richer in the society more, big businesses more, spending money on infrastructure, which meant people had more security, homes, houses, a little bit more extra bread to spend, where the working class people are really people that fund the other economies, right? Because a lot of the money spent on things that you need and not assets that you're going to sit down on. And that's the money circulating in different economies. So if we're fucking struggling to be able to pay for stuff, you're less likely to buy them little extra bits and pieces, right? That's what I was saying about Rod. Definitely, if you do have a business and you got people working for you, making sure that the people's wages are above minimum wage. And they're able to buy it, so that if you went to the bar with them on Friday after work, you know, the after work drink or whatever, the man that want to buy you a beer, innit? The people are going to end up being productive workers. Yeah, you're going to work harder. You're going to be loyal. Boy. Yeah, man. Nah, it goes, man. Brother. It's been a long drive still, man. Fucking 5 minutes. Sorry, man. I want to cut the swearing out on the streams as well, you know. For myself especially, still. I need to set pace. You hear me? I have to set pace. Yeah, man. You know? Alright, go on.
He had 28 people in his business. It's too hard. The risk was too high. The grief was too much. He's gone down to 2. That's just one example of people saying it's not worth the hassle employing people, all the new regulations, all the new taxes. That is a major inhibitor on growth. The public sector doesn't create growth.
The stuff this man doesn't know could fill a library. Apple became a 2.5 trillion company in huge part, to US defense spending. The very phone that you're using with a touchscreen was developed by the US military. That means it's government owned, but private companies took the idea and ran with it, making it into a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and you have had to pay for it. Or another multi-trillion industry, the internet, which was originally developed by DARPA, a US government organization. Or satellites, military funded, and they now support logistics, apps, and the GPS industry, worth over 70 billion. Publicly funded tech fuels innovation, and it shows that government investment drives future economic powerhouses. Richard doesn't know what he's talking about. Governments normally lead the way in most innovative industries. What private industry does is take those ideas and cheapen them. That's their advantage. Again, Richard doesn't know what he's talking about.
Let's talk about what you want to do. In your manifesto, I seem to remember you projected cuts of something like 50 billion or thereabouts?
Absolutely. And
in government spending. Just let me ask you the question. What would government stop doing?
Well, interestingly, having now been elected to Parliament and with whistleblowers coming to me, frankly, those savings are more than achievable. Whether it's just the inefficiency.
See these brothers that's just trying to finesse man, yeah? That's why it's good that Trevor Phillips, as a conservative brother, is asking these dudes the same sort of questions, isn't it? Because man can hear the nothingness in the answer, innit? That was word salad. Saying loads of stuff without actually giving you any policies or any services that will be removed to support. This is where we will raise so and so from, hypothetically. But who cares about that, man? You know what I'm saying? Who cares if a politician that you think you should vote for their party is actually telling the truth about what they're saying? Who actually cares about that? God damn, you know what I mean? That must be weird to care about if you should vote for people that just lie and say stuff that they can't do. You know what I'm saying? Must be crazy, cuz. It must be crazy. Possibly. You mean? Oh, some of these people are shit drivers. Man's driving one gay ass little polo and acting like man's driving a bus to get through one gap. I'm like, bro, you got through the gap and then I got my big van through the gap. You alright, cuz? Yeah, man. But alright. Yeah, play.
And the waste. It's the inefficiency, the waste, the abuse of public money. It's everywhere.
Tell me one.
It's everywhere. What I said before is, in your household budgets, in business budgets, you're saving £5 in 100. Right? You say the same to all public sector workers. You've got to stop wasting money, reprocure, and it is legendary. It's everywhere. That number is a small number. The other point, you had Lord King in there.
Hang on. Stop for a second. If I say.
You just say no. Just say £5 in 100. Out of what though? By cutting what service or cutting what that these companies or government services are wasting money on? What is the name the exact thing in it that these whistleblowers are apparently coming out from? Do you know what I'm saying? Whistleblowers, you know. The way man say it, yeah, it's like, Ross, people are contacting Richard Tice sneaky to say, yo, listen, this is happening, but they don't want us to say something. Like, this is happening, but they don't want us to say something. But Richard Tice, yeah. But you know that, bro. That would have been on GB News ages ago. Front page story of, you know what I'm saying? Headlines. Whistleblower sells us, blah, blah, blah. But obviously, there's no whistleblower. That's telling them nothing, yeah. Just saying it because it goes along with this story of the refugee invasion, the government's playing into so-and-so's hand, the WEF conspiracy and the rah and the great replacement style of talking and the, you know what I'm saying? Like, it fits in with that sort of mindset. So man will say them sort of things there. You hear me? The man gonna say all that sort of shit there. Knowing that that's going to sound attractive to people thinking along those lines. But he still hasn't given you a policy or a service that he's going to cut to raise this money. I know. Yeah, bro. So I'm saying, cuz gotta be careful with these snake house salesmen, man. They're men are slick, cuz Richard Tice is actually a Chad, innit? He's a slick talker still. You hear me? Yeah, man. Let it play.
£5 in 100 in my household budget. That probably means that the family doesn't get a holiday. I'm asking you, you're going to save £5 in 100 out of the government's spending. What aren't we getting? Fewer border guards at for example,
last weekend it was
fewer police, fewer soldiers.
You've asked me a question. Let me answer. Last weekend it was reported that the fraud in the benefit system was £7 billion. It's a multiple of that. It's probably 30, 40 billion. Fraud in benefits alone.
Ah, yes, taxing those that are on benefits, a classic one for the right, despite the fact.
Yeah, proper 1% behaviour, and you know it's mad, yeah, that the working class dons are still gonna cape for a minute, because you know what it is, yeah. You're gonna say, oh well, I'm not on benefits, but bro, he's talking about our peers. Yeah. So they're gonna tax the poorest people, the most struggling people. He's gonna tax them more. But the man with the big bread and enough bread to be able to even pay these taxes without going any sort of civil trouble or anything else like that, yeah, Yeah, all that. Any of that stuff there, yeah. Man ain't gonna talk about, let me up the taxes for these corporations. Let me try and get some tax from Amazon or any of them big companies that are paying either nothing or next to nothing in the country, but are able to withdraw profits. See, the profits that Amazon's taking out the country, yeah, which is quite a lot, and not being reinvested into the country, or a percentage of it is not being reinvested into the country, it's just being removed, isn't it? The only part that gets reinvested into the country is the parts that's going to make Amazon more money when they open another factory. Crazy, cuz. Crazy, fam. But let it play.
Fact that we have one of the lowest unemployment rates in the G20. Richard still wants you to believe that they are the real evil in this society, but no mention of tax avoidance and evasion by the rich, which totals at about 30 billion. And absolutely no mention of Brexit, that's costing the UK economy about 100 billion a year. Of course, Richard wouldn't mention that.
I get doctors and nurses coming up to me almost every week talking about the waste and inefficiency.
Hey, imagine Richard Tyre saying, yeah, Brexit's a failure and we're losing money because of Brexit. Like, that's the end of his party. He couldn't even tell you that. But that's how dishonest and a sly little rat all Reform members are. Them man know that it's been bad since Brexit. And that's one of the reasons why the pain is so bad or sad. Yeah? I know that their small print that they was talking about, yeah, was there. Because think about this, yeah. The people that is in the position like Nigel Farage and all them UKIP dons were in or whatever. Do you not think, yeah, that they've had discussions with people that know what they're talking about, that have pointed out all these different bits and pieces that we're finding out later on by other economists, or even the points that economists, mainstream economists, were pointing out that was going to go wrong? Do you not think that any of these points were made to these? Of course there was. Yeah, but being able to get whatever extra bread that man was getting for whatever it is that man was doing, that mattered more, right? So that's how that went, mate. That's how that went, mate. Yeah. Alright. Alright, let's run the rest of this, man. Ready, play. Shit, I'm muting it.
In our healthcare system.
And of course, he's got to attack the socialist NHS because he wants to privatise it. And while I'm sure there's some efficiency to be found within the NHS, according to the Commonwealth Fund, it's 90% efficient, meaning it's way above the US, which is clearly the model that they're going for. Why would Richard make all of this stuff up? Why would he make out that people who don't work are beneath him? Why is he constantly dragging down the NHS? Why is he attacking refugees and using new words like illegal migration to describe them? As ever, I'm just asking questions.
It is everywhere. 50 billion is easily achievable. The other point, you just had the former governor of the Bank of England in. We should not be paying voluntary interest on all the printed money, which is £30 billion plus a year. Economists now agree with me. That's serious cash. That's how you grow your way out of a crisis.
I know, this was your point about quantitative easing and so on, but okay.
So what he's actually talking about is quantitative easing. The bank printed money and used it to buy bonds in banks to give the money some actual value. This was done in part to ensure there was a money supply and to make sure the markets didn't crash. That money needs to be continually paid off, and paid off with interest, because we have a thing called inflation. If we stop doing that, you know, the thing that caused your mortgages and rents to go up. That's what Richard wants to toy with. When you've got someone like Tice pushing austerity, it's like watching a guy trying to put out a fire with gasoline, only to insist it's cost effective. So he wants to spend less on water, education, police, the NHS. Who does that? What is he talking about? It's clear that we're not paying enough tax to fund everything, and he wants us to pay less. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and once again, thank you.
Yo, hey, listen. I'm back in Greenwich now still, man, so... I don't know, have I got anything else? Oh, fuck it, man. Let's just run that last video. Done. I'm actually taking all your viewers. Hey, brother, listen. Trying to say, man, don't worry about where the right wingers go, who the right wingers are doing. Yeah, I'm not a right winger in it, so I don't expect right wingers to support me. All right, ready, play.
Largest deportation program in American history. Gonna get the criminals out.
Day one. Have a snack. Meet the staff. Day one is typically we just read the syllabus. There's generally no homework. But okay, day one, mass deportation. How exactly is that going to happen?
I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798.
Who the told Donald Trump about the Alien Enemies Act of 1798? Because I'm going to bet you something. He did not come to the meeting and go, hey, why don't we use the 1798 Alien Enemies Act? Would that apply? He's not a history buff, as we remember from his dissertation on Robert E. Lee's role in the critical Civil War battle.
Yo. Hey. Yo. Alright, man. Hey, listen. I gotta go and do something still. Yeah. We back tomorrow morning, innit? Oh, no. I said, no. I said, yeah. You just want some. If your team's on me or whatever. And if I remember, bro, what about all that passport? You know me? Because don't worry about that. We just deal with facts only. Oh, yeah, that was it. Oh yeah, Ultra's video still. You support Ultra, innit? Yeah, the bus driver march and that, yeah?
London bus drivers are falling asleep at the wheel. Yes, you heard that right. 1 in 6 London bus drivers admitted to falling asleep while driving in the past year. Extreme temperatures, faulty vehicles and relentless schedules are pushing them to the brink. A recent My London investigation revealed that drivers often feel too afraid to report these issues, fearing repercussions. This has sparked a heated debate about driver welfare and safety on London's public transportation system. The London Assembly Transport Committee is urging Transport for London and bus operators to prioritise driver fatigue. They argue that improving conditions for drivers will make the roads safer for everyone. Join the march on November 5th to stand up for those who keep our city moving. It's time to demand safer working conditions for London bus drivers, for their sake and ours.
Where there's tribal sound, and in the air where the tribal sound, terminal, tribal sound, Big Man Spidey, the tribal, where there's tribal, cheese!
You see me, I ain't watching you, watching her.
Well, there's Africa, got to take them to Africa. Well, there's Africa, got to take them on a trip on a journey. Whoa. Well, there's Africa,
Don't mix
got
it.
to take them to Africa.
Don't mix
It's fine.
it. Hey, Spidey, don't mix it. Hold on.
way. Dash it way. Can you hear that roar? Stand clear of the door. Luggage overhead, everybody on board. Take off time on Terminal 4. And can you hear that roar? Stand clear of the door. Luggage overhead, everybody on board. Take off time on Terminal 4. Aya!